Joined me yet, being that I just started this a few seconds ago and I have not posted it. So let me go ahead and see if I can't find my own video. Oh, there it is. Let me go and share it to my Facebook page so people know it's going on. Let's see. Share. Copy link. Facebook. Wow, it's going slow. Well, let me close this door while we're waiting for this to come up. Whoa. Let's see. Post. It's like some people are joining us. Excellent. Paste. Look, my wife got me some tongs for my hot water. Hey, Mike V. Thanks for joining us. All right. There we go. It is publishing. All right. So we go back to my comments so I can see who's all on here. No thanks for the 3 months. My internet connection's dying. Well, that is not good. Let me know when you guys can hear me again. Okay, cool. It's back on. All right, so that looks horrible. I should have checked my internet speed before I started the video. Well, good thing it's nothing really important tonight. It's just hanging out with Mr. Hebro. Hey, Black Phoenix 77. Hey, Lens Crushers. Thanks for joining us. Hey, PEX. Thanks for being here, or PX. So last night I made that video, and some of the scenes where they're talking and stuff, the way I do that is I actually had to take a picture of just the armor so I could map it over the top of the face, and just a picture of Man-at-Arms without any armor on so I could animate his face. So it took multiple layers. Same with Orko too. I took a picture with his scarf off, and then I used that to animate his face, and then took a picture of him with his head off and used that to go over the top. So that was kind of cool. Prince Adam was pretty straightforward. I didn't have to do any crazy stuff like that because there's nothing in front of him. And then for the set, here was all I did was just use the Brave Star set, put some Royal Guards out there, put the Queen out there, and I did have a guy in the cage, but I didn't see him in the video. And that was pretty cool. Thanks, Black Phoenix 77. Yeah, it was a pain to get all the stop motion just right. Prince Adam kept wanting to take a dive because he has weak ankles. Finally, I gave up and tried to put some poster putty in his ankle to try to keep it from falling over so easy, but it didn't help. He still kept going for the dive over and over again. So it's like he was trying to throw the fight, even though he wasn't in a fight, but if he was trying to throw it. So that was kind of fun last night, trying to make it all work. And it's funny too, because I was trying to get it done by 6:30 last night, and next thing I know, it's like 9:30 at night almost before I finally got it on there. I think it was 9:15 when I did the live, or the premiere finally, and it was just taking so long because things kept going wrong. Prince Adam's video was corrupt. I didn't know that at first, and I couldn't figure out why I kept locking up. It took like 14 different edits and recrunches over and over. I kept changing out videos and redid Man-at-Arms video a couple times thinking it was his. And then finally I redid Prince Adam's video, and then it finally worked. I'm gonna have to take his foot off to get all that black stuff out of there now. Man, time to repair this figure to get the poster putty out of his joint. Oh well, I'll get it later. Anyway, so that was how I went about making this. Now I did cheat and put things on their feet so they keep falling over. That made life a little bit easier. At one time while I was filming, his sword fell off, but I didn't care because it was out of the shot. So I was hoping it wasn't too noticeable that he lost his sword midway through filming. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And it's funny, it should have been really easy too. That's the most annoying part about it is I probably wasted a good 4 hours just on that corrupt video of my time. It took about 12 hours total to make it. The whole entire from start to finish. So, woohoo, there we go. All right. Kiki on eBay for tightening joints safely. Thanks, Cheryl. Let's try that. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us. My Mossman legs are weak. Classic Mossman, what head do you use? I use the head that does not look like... that does not look like Beastman. I use the unique head. Yeah, see, his ankles are just like super weak. Yep, I guess when his mom dipped him in the pool, she hung onto his ankles. I should just make him sit down. Sit down. And then what's cool is I had all these tools that I made a long time ago. See, like my cool little wrench. And of course you saw the hammer last night. My Phillips screwdriver. Of course this is not the tool I made. This came with Molar. And then I had a wrestling table to be his workbench. And I was gonna put it here, but then it was just taking so much room, so I figured out if I leave one leg up, stick this remote control there, and slide it there, it's like that's a perfect place for the workbench. And I stuck this underneath there so he had all his extra tools. Even though you really didn't see a lot of it in the shot, but that was the idea. These tools went everywhere. I must have hit him with something. So anyway, you can see my cool little hammers. Oh, and I made all these a long time ago and printed them on Shapeways before I had my 3D printer. Oh, and it's funny, I kept changing them a little bit, and I printed another batch, so I decided to change the hammer, make the handle longer on this second version. But like I said, you can get them on my Shapeways store if you want tools for Man-at-Arms. He's missing his forearm armor. Yeah, I had to pull off all his armor to take the shot to make his face picture. Yep, it was pretty cool. All right, let's see what kind of questions you guys have. I got my Classics Mossman, paid in a good price for it, and it's flocked and right and complete. Nice, Mike. Hey Todd, how was your day today? Eric, my day was pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. Master Far, what is the background on Eternios playset? This is actually a playset for Bravestar. It's Fort Kernum or something like that. So that is what I used, was the fort. I figured it would be a really nice backdrop to use. These plates right here I printed out so I'd have extra flooring. Normally the flooring is just a tiled floor, which is this piece here, way inside there. Just that piece there. And then this piece over here, and then also the floors outside come with the set. So I added all these tiles that I printed just so I'd have more floor space, which worked out well. That's why I wanted them, so I could have more floor space. Because it was just killing me how little floor space that you actually have on this set. And so I was thinking about using this poster tack stuff, whatever it is, and using it for these floor pieces just to give it a little more floor-like look. But you know what? I kind of like the black too. I'm really debating if I should use this or just go with the black. I guess adhesive contact paper. So just kind of debating if I should use this to coat the floor pieces I made or not. Let's see if this heat shrink tubing fits on here. Oh, so close. I was thinking nice to put heat shrink tubing on here so when I try to grab small items out of there, it wouldn't keep going through the hole. But I'll have to find something a little larger than this for it to work. All right, let's look at your guys' comments. Have you made a custom battle lion using Russian Battle Cat, changing his head? I have not finished it yet. So I do have my Battle Cat ready, but I already split his head off one time. So I could do that. No, not the Battle Cat split. And I've already scanned in the Battle Lion's head. I just have not made all the connection points for it yet to put it together. And then of course the armor, I'd have to do that too. But yep, so that's in the works. It's probably going to be about another year before I actually get finishing it. Just kind of going at it slow. I got a lot of other projects in the works right now. My FDM printer has died, so I have another printer on order. It's coming. It should be here hopefully soon, and then I'll be able to get back to printing more hard plastic parts. It was funny, I was in the middle of trying to make this door right here for this, and it just would not finish. Just messed up, and that was the end of it. It's so annoying, these legs always fall on these wrestling tables. I wish there was like a click where you click it into place. I guess if you bend it past the point, that helps. Like if I bend it past the point it's supposed to go, then it won't fall over all the time. So that's what Battle Cat looks like under his plastic. Yep. You use some McFarlane DC figures for a Moto custom. I'm trying to think if I have or not. I know I've used some Mattel DC figures for customs. I have used the McFarlane figures for customs, but not for He-Man. I've customized the Superman. I stole his head, I think, and then I customized some Wonder Woman stuff too. And his ankles are killing me. I'm gonna have to fix those ankles sooner than later. Maybe tonight after the show, I'll have to fix his ankles. I just realized Man at Arms Trap Jaw Many Faces used the base body buck. Wilson Classics uses this buck. I love the texture design. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, there are some parts that are different on him. For instance, his arms are actually the same as Robato's, and also used on Horde Prime, and let's see who else uses them too. Maybe that's it. Roboto and Horde Prime. Oh, and the new Skeletor uses it too. The new Adventure Skeletor has that same bicep piece. And then yes, his forearm piece is the same as Manny Faces. And then the top half is the same as Manny Faces. And the leg pieces, I think you're right, they're actually trap jaws, the upper part. But this is kind of a cool idea. It's to make them look more 2000X-ish. And I really like that they did that. I think that was a cool idea. It's actually the Snake Armor Man at Arms. And I did swap out the head so that it'd be the right helmet. That's why he has the blue around it. Any more Storytime videos coming, Hebrew? Yes, I got some new books. I have I Am He-Man, and I also got I Am She-Ra. I Am She-Ra. And so there will be 2 more books at least coming out soon that I'll be doing stories on. And as a heads up, I also finally, I kept telling you guys I was going to do it, I finally put him up on eBay. I started the bid at $1. I think it's like at 20 now. So if you want to get him. Now, if you do buy him, don't pull his head off. His head does stay on pretty good by itself now. I added an O-ring in the back where the circular part is. So let me pull off Oracle's head to show you. Ugh. So right here, I put an O-ring, and then I stuck the head on carefully while that O-ring was there, and it just made it cinch down really nice and tight. And so I don't want to pull his head off because getting it back on will be a real pain. So if you happen to win this figure from me, don't pull his head off. You will not be happy with the results. It's very hard to get it back on. And he comes with one of my cool custom swords too. They're sharp, so they're not for kids. So he's on there. You can click the link in the description for my auctions if you want to bid on that guy. He-Man's drunk. Something's wrong with him. I hope we get a Prince Adam figure in Revelation Masterverse. You know, that'd be cool. If we got that Prince Adam, he'd be so easy to customize into a 2000X Prince Adam. I would actually kind of like that anyway. Yeah, it's so crazy. I cannot believe how shiny his face is. You could really see it last night with all the lights on. It doesn't look quite as bad now because I don't have all the bright lights on him I did when I was taking his picture. But Man-at-Arms' face is more dull, and it's just funny. I don't know. I guess when I used the white paper behind him, that was the problem. That white paper just really set off the shine. Because I had to turn up the brightness in the camera in order for the white paper to work. I'm getting a Faker Revelation body for Hordak, Green Goo, He-Man. Hello, everybody. Hey, Juan Solo. Your wife has clear nail polish, Todd. She does, but it's very shiny clear nail polish. Masterverse 2000X He-Man is on my wish list. They're teasing with the 2000X Origins. Nice. It does look like he has to go to the bathroom. Oh, I have been drinking too much water. I now have to pee. Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Masterverse bodies. As you guys know, when it comes to Tila, for instance, I just really dislike the double jointed elbows. And that's why I kind of hated using it for my gunpowder figure. Let's see, where is she? Oh, she's behind me. Ooh. I know I keep showing her off, but I'm so impressed with myself. She looks so cool except for the double jointed elbows. If I can just somehow get rid of those. So you can see how close she is. Obviously I've changed out the legs, and I used heat shrink tubing to make shorts on her, to give her more of the adventure look. Before I just had the regular legs on her, but somebody pointed out that riding a horse that way would be kind of weird with no protection of any sort down there. Hey, Radical Toys. We'll see you later, man. Thanks for joining us. What program did you use for last night's animation? I actually use a lot of different programs. The program for the actual face talking is called Crazy Talk 8. Crazy Talk 8. When you use Crazy Talk 8, you have to kind of cheat with it. You have to sort of mix it with other programs to make it work right. So, for instance, if you just take a picture of a figure and you use it in the environment where it's at, when you try to make him talk, everything around him will move too. So you'll see this background stuff moving, and it doesn't work right. So you have to actually isolate his head or his head and shoulders. And then once you isolate that, you then take a picture of the background by itself. And then once the background picture is taken, then you can add that back in. Now, it doesn't allow you to have facial movement with things in front. So I had to use a third layer using my video program to add his armor back in over the top of his talking head. So when I did the video, I had just his head and his neck, and then I had his head, shoulders, and armor to be an overlay over the top of his talking head. So it takes a little bit of effort, but there you go. The only minus of Masterverse is the muscle definition and sculpt versus retro classics. Todd, how How'd you design? Um, yeah, I'm not really quite sure what you're asking. I didn't really design any muscles or anything, but yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm not really happy with the Masterverse. One thing that does bother me the most about it is the way the bicep goes into the shoulder. A lot of times it goes almost straight instead of having that cupped. And it's funny is because we had the cupped, where it kind of really, curves in on the top of the bicep in classics, and we also have it with the new Origin figures. They also have the bicep, whoops, cut in. You can see it right here like it's supposed to give you more definition. And I have noticed that even the 40th anniversary figure they're releasing, it's just not shaped right, the top of the bicep, the way it hits the shoulder. And I'm not really sure. You see that a lot also in other figure lines where they do the exact same thing, where the bicep comes up too high and just goes in and doesn't come back down. You can see it, maybe not so clear in this figure, but how the bicep comes up and then goes back down before it goes into the hair. You can really see it in Prince Adam. There you go. So you can kind of see how the bicep cuts back in before it connects to the shoulder. So that's one of the things that really bugs me about Masterverse is just the way they designed the tie into the bicep and the shoulder. Yeah, and I kept looking at that 40th figure, looking at it, and it just, the more I look at it, yeah, you can really see it here in Trapjaw. It's like his bicep and shoulder are just almost a straight line. He-Man's is not quite as bad, but of course that side you can't see it at all. But you can see it doesn't have that indent right here between the shoulder and the bicep. Of course, it's got a really strange indent right here in front because of that double jointed elbow. Curse that double jointed elbow. It just looks awful. It just totally changes the whole shape of the bicep, the way it's supposed to look. It looks like he got bit by a shark right here or something. Baby shark. Oh, he got his arm. See, you can see here how it's supposed to look. And even on this arm, they did it right. Which is funny because, you would think it's still Mattel and it's still current. That they know how the biceps are supposed to look. They just messed it up in Masterverse. Yeah, see, even the female arms have the exact same problem. The bicep just comes right up instead of coming back down. The front of the bicep's not as bad, though. Oh, maybe it is. It's just smaller, so you can't tell. All right, I'll stop talking about biceps. Let's take a look at your guys' notes. Yes, the elbow articulation in Masterverse is way wrong. Have you ever done any videos that deal with custom painting your figures? Actually, I have. What I have, it's kind of cool. You might like this Unicron, is I actually have a 7-part series on customizing figures. And it's actually set up like a class, and I actually ran it every Saturday. And at the end, after the 7th one, there's a certificate you can print out yourself and put your name on there. And in between the 7 classes, there are live sessions. We also talk. The after the class show, and there's PDF files that go with it that you can print out of the materials I used and everything else to go along with it. And each class has a little bit different thing to it. One of them is tools and materials, and then I think like by session 5 we get into the painting. So it's kind of cool. Let me see if I can find it on my phone really quick. Let's see. Oh. Now I lost what I was looking for. Okay, hold on. How do I get to Hebrew? There we go. Okay, now I'm on here. You go to playlists, and it is Heroes Masterclass, and it's 14 videos long. And it's kind of cool because at the end, I have an after class projects, and they're custom figures that students sent me that sat through the 7 classes. And so it's like, here's a prelude to the class I talk about before we do the class, and then the actual classes are about an hour long. And it was pretty cool. People could ask questions and stuff during it. And like I said, there's PDF files to print off for each session. So if you wanted to check that out, there is something cool to check out. Wait, now I see that Skeletor. Aren't the boots supposed to be Kildor, so he looks like Filmation version? I actually swapped them back out again. And so this is the Skeletor I'm selling right here. So he has the purple feather boots, and he has the feather arms, not the Kildor arms, not the Kildor boots. And if you want to swap them out once you get them, that, you know, your choice. But at least you got the Filmation head armor all altered, because that was the hard part, to alter the head to fit. And then of course the cool custom sword. So that's the way I'm selling them. Yeah, I wanted to keep the extra Kildor parts, so I yanked them. All right. Yeah, let me know what you think of them. Again, I did make them a little while ago. One of the videos is even on making 3D parts. So where can I get the Black Zodak armor for Origins figure? There are 2 ways. One is from that wrestling figure that came out, and I forgot who it was that had it. Another way is the weapons pack that came with the old 80s figures. Now, obviously, you can also buy a $1 from Classics, but that's kind of a waste for the black armor. Now, you could also just get an armor and dye it black, but that could be a hassle too. What figure was it? What? Oh, Seth Rollins. Thank you, Chris. Chris is already on it. All right, I forgot who I used the armor on. I think I actually used it for a Classics figure. I think I might have used it for Zodak with a K on one of them. I think I gave him the Seth Rollins black armor. Delaxorian made it. Nice. All right, well, I am super thirsty, and I am super hot in this room because I got the door closed. So I am going to see, Eric, did you see the pictures I sent you on your Instagram Messenger? I've seen a lot of stuff you sent me, Eric. I haven't checked it today. So if you sent them recently, I have not. But if you sent them yesterday, I did see some of your cool pictures. All right, anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends. No Darth Vader today because it's a live feed from my phone and I can't play the video. If Mattel, if you're watching, fix the biceps on the Masterverse figures. It kills us if they're not quite right. And get rid of the double jointed elbows. Go with a nice rounded elbow just like you did for Origins. I mean, that is a beautiful elbow there on this Skeletor. So even the knees are a lot nicer too. Look at that. I mean, why couldn't they do that with Masterverse? This figure is only missing one thing. This figure would be perfect if it only had one more articulation point, and that is the cut right here, the bicep cut. If it had the bicep cut, this would be a perfect figure. That's the only thing missing from it. It's interchangeable. It's got all kinds of other features. You know, it's the right height compared to our old 80s figures. It's got, you know, great knee and elbow joints. The hands are replaceable. You know, easy part swaps. The only issue, bicep cut. That would have been a perfect articulation point to add. And then we don't need an ab crunch that just ruins the sculpt, and nobody ever uses the ab crunch anyway. But we would have had that bicep cut. And it's only because these arms move strange, so you can't ever get the right. I mean, because always his biceps in the wrong spot when you move his arm out. If it turned here, you could then move it out, and it would look right. Anyway, I know they're for kids. They're not for adult collectors. Yep, Adam has low blood sugar. And Trap Jaw has lost it too. Put some more tools in here. I got a wrench like the Lego guy, so that'd be kind of funny to make. Another hammer. Another hammer. The things from Molar. Oh yeah, I got this little screwdriver. It's a real one. It's for like fixing your glasses or something. And then of course I have these screwdrivers that I made. This was the first version. I think the second one, yeah, the second one I actually made it bigger and wider. So I didn't quite know what I was doing, but the second one I actually flattened it out and made it so it goes wider. And they all fit in the Classics hands. That's what they're designed for. Dun dun dun. Look how rough those look. That's how it comes out from Shapeways. Their materials feels like sandpaper. That Snake Mountain is insane. Yes. Oh, you mean the one for the Mega Constructs, or the Classics one? Oh yeah. Yep, Eric's talking about the new yeah, I saw that Snake Mountain. It looked pretty cool. I'm not getting it. I had Castle Grayskull and I sold it on eBay just to get rid of it because I am done. I still have a whole bunch of those guys. I need to get rid of all of them. Look at this. Oh. Last time I bought them, I just happened to go to the store and see a bunch. And it was before I decided I didn't want them anymore. And so I went and bought a whole bunch of these things. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to collect any more of those. So I still have a whole bunch. Still in the bag. In the bag I bought it in. It's still sitting there. So I got them from Walmart. Evelyn. Another Prince Adam. Turquoise Skeletor. Oh, the gun for the castle. I thought I should get it since I had Castle Grayskull. And then I ended up selling Castle Grayskull, so... Man-at-Arms. Oh, these are extra pieces. Extra pieces? I guess, I think I opened this to pull out the Battle Cat out of it or something. If somebody wanted a Cringer head. Yeah. And so I got this just to pull out Battle Cat out of it. That's funny. I haven't even opened up the rest of the... So yeah, I'm getting out of Mega Constructs. They are really cool, but sometimes you just gotta draw the line and say no more. And so my no more was with Mega Constructs. But yeah, that Snake Mountain Castle does look pretty cool for Mega Constructs if that's what you're into. So once I get around to it, I'll be selling a bunch of those too. I was busy. I could get to the other streams before this. That's okay, man. Thanks for joining us, Comment the Pool. I want some Skeletors to recreate that episode. Yeah, take two. Yeah, that Snake Mountain does look pretty cool. I only got the Mega Constructs for Cringer and Panther, like kittens for big guys. That's a great idea. Comment at the Pool. Oh, he's asking Black Phoenix 77 what's up. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to cut this feed because I need to go with some water. I didn't bring my water in with me. Again, like my stuff. And if you liked that video I made last time, last night, share it around. I'm planning on making some more little joke videos like that. Next time I'll have more music in it. I realized that would, you know, help a little bit to have some music in there. So I may do that. So hopefully that will help it out. Anyway, until next time, good journey.